MFA updates.
Good morning, สวัสดีค่ะ Welcome to MFA Update, a weekly program that features Thailand's foreign affairs and activities. You're here with me, Nishaka Pumi. Today, we brought Kun Maratee Nalita Andamo, Director of the News Division of the Department of Information under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, to talk about the International Academic Forum and the 5th APEC Media Focus Group at Mahidol University.The
foreign affairs that matter. Special guests from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. This is the MFA updates.
Hello, good morning, Kun Maratee. Welcome to the program today.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Earlier this week, on July 20th, Mahidol University and Ministry of Foreign Affairs jointly hosted the International Academic Forum and the 5th APEC Media Focus Group at Mahidol University.So, could you please tell us about the event, like what is it and what were the main activities that took place?
Yes, thanks so much. I'd very happily tell you about it. It was a great event, and I think we had a lot of very good discussion on the issues that we're dealing with our APEC year this year. What it is really is a part of a series of public and media outreach events that we're hosting and co-hosting with various partners from a wide range of sectors this year. It's a forum where we really would like to engage, the public sector, the private sector, and especially the media, get their ideas, start a conversation on what is APEC and what Thailand specifically, as we're hosting APEC this year, what we are planning and what our objectives are for the year. So that's basically it in a nutshell. We've had 5 of these APEC media focus groups already. The 3rd and the 4th and the 5th were held outside of Bangkok. The 3rd was with the EECI group, and the 4th in Khon Kaen with the university there. And this 5th one actually was also an international academic forum that we held with Mahidol University. So that's it in a nutshell. We had at that panel or at that focus group 2 panels. The first panel, the speakers tackled the issue of BCG economy in Thailand and business sustainability. So I know that you probably by now already know that BCG, the biocircular green economy, is a big sort of objective for Thailand this year at economy of APEC. And then that second panel, we discussed sufficiency economy philosophy and how that and innovation combined leads us to a sustainable future. So very much in line with the BCG economy model and objectives. I hope I've covered that question well enough.
Yeah. From what you have just described, the panelists and speakers represented a wide range of sectors, right? Whether it's the government, the private sector, and also the academia. So how do you feel about the momentum for which various sectors in Thailand are adopting the BCG economic model?
Yes, it's a good question because we need to know, right, how we're faring and how and what sort of success we're going to have with advancing this BCG economy model. The other day from the panels and the discussions that the speakers had, I felt there was very good momentum, especially here in Thailand, when you talk about adopting and implementing the biocircular green economic model. There were some speakers, and you're right, we had a very good and a wide range of speakers from academia. We had the Dean of the Faculty of Medicine at Ramatibudi Hospital there. There was the Dean of Mahidol University College of Management, and And you also had speakers such as the Deputy Director General, Ms. Prinat, from the International Economic Affairs Department in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which is really the brains behind all that we aim to do this year in terms of our APEC hosting. So it was a good range of speakers. We also had a gentleman from the EECI, the Eastern Economic Corridor for Innovation, and also fantastic intervention from Ms. Goaita, who is the Executive Vice President for Corporate Sustainability at Bangja Corporation, and they are doing quite a lot of things, quite a lot of exciting things on the BCG economy model. There was one in particular that was very interesting, which was actually presented by Professor Biamit, and he spoke about what's called a non-sandbox, which, as some of you may know, there is an issue of deforestation that's happening there. And the project really is trying to engage local farmers in a different crop other than the corn that they are growing for livestock, which is really what is leading to the deforestation. And we talked about herb extraction for things like medicine and cosmetic products. So there's actually a lot of things happening already in Thailand, and it's just a matter of supporting these activities and seeing how you can join hands, with the private sector, with academia, to widen the impact and to share these success stories, I would say, with other parts and sectors of the society. And so I would say there's quite a bit of momentum in Thailand, actually, and we're very happy to share it with our partners and other economies in the APEC framework.
And we would like to move beyond Thailand a little bit. So how do you think the BCG model has been received internationally, especially in APEC during our host year this year?
Yes, the BCG model internationally, and actually here I would refer to a question that was asked by the moderator, our MFA spokesman, at the 5th AMF, actually, and he posed that question to DDG Prinat, in particular how the BCG has been resonating with APEC's vision, the Putrajaya Vision 2040, and also with other member states. And her response was very interesting, and it's quite heartening and encouraging, because what she said was that many of the APEC economies are actually already implementing in some way parts or aspects of the BCG economy. So what I mean by that is, many countries already have a lot of policies around green economy, for instance. So you have Singapore, you have Japan, who have advanced a lot of green policies in the last few years and whatnot. Even Canada, I believe she mentioned as well. Other countries are working a lot on bioeconomy and others on circular economy. So what Thailand really has done this year is to put that all together and to create a momentum where you join the bio, the circular, the green economy together towards the same goal of a sustainable future that really we need to be thinking about after 2 or 3 years of this very sort of disruptive COVID-19 and other now disruptive incidents and whatnot in geopolitically speaking. So it was good to hear, and yes, and certainly it's resonating very well, I would say, with the other economies in the APEC region.
Thank you very much. And for the last question is for our listeners. Could you please tell us how the concepts that were discussed at the forum benefit the people and society in general, and what are some examples?
That is a great question, and that is really comes back to the reason why we are holding these media and public outreach events, because we really want to get the conversation going and want to make sure that all sectors of society, they understand why this is such an important effort and how these efforts will lead to tangible and concrete benefits for people on the ground. At the end of the day, it's why we do what we do, to make sure that all of us and all sectors of society are benefiting equally from these types of policies. So in a nutshell, I would say the private sector, for instance, they're doing a lot of exciting things related to the BCG, advancing the BCG that benefits their customers. I would just draw one example that I heard of yesterday, and it's fascinating, which is from Bangdak. And this is actually something that was launched a couple of years ago, but really it's gained more attention because it fits so well with what we're trying to do on BCG. And that is the debt-free motorcycle taxi idea. It's what they're calling Win No Knee. And what it does is it enables taxi motorcycles to use electric scooters in a way that's debt-free, which is very different from the current situation where they go into debt to purchase a motorcycle and spend a lot of money on gas and whatnot. So these electric scooters, another very interesting idea is that the electric scooters do not need to be charged. So what it is that you go to a station and you swap the batteries. And it's a very sort of economical and environment-friendly and also excellent way to sort of support, what we have in Thailand, which are the motorcycle taxis, and to support the livelihoods of these gentlemen and these ladies who work as motorcycle taxis. So this was something that was quite interesting to hear, and it's an example, it's a concrete example of how when you advance a policy like BCG, you have these very innovative ideas that come up from private sector, from academia, and they're, truly benefiting everyone. They're benefiting the environment, the motorcycle taxi drivers, the customers that they have. Really, it's a very good idea, and I hope that we see more of these ideas in the very near future.
This is indeed the interesting project, and I do believe that we will see a lot more of these. Thank you so much, Kun Maratee, for the information and for your time today.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
And that was Kun Maratee Nalita Andamo, Director of the News Division of the Department of Information under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. To listen more of the previous episodes of the MFA Update, please visit the YouTube channel MFA Thailand as well as our Facebook page FM88 Radio Thailand English. Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time. I am Nishaka Phumi. สวัสดีค่ะ
MFA Updates